Oh, yeah, ball bag. Change the camera. Hello. Just bored sitting in the house. Back to work on Thursday. I've got to admit, I do hate wearing glasses. Oh, but people. Right. Who's going to be our new manager? Who knows? Has to be someone we know, though. Another. All right, Nicky.
He's had a phenomenal start. Middle where he's at now, like he's absolutely flying. Phenomenal start to this season, right?
See what Ian's saying. He doesn't understand what a sporting director is. I'm kind of half a bit like that myself at times.
Premier League top scorer, yeah, that would be great. But
my spelling is so bad.
How I'm playing, how my family settled in, everything seems to be clicking for him constantly.
Kenneth is hoping for miracles. Like I'm not Gerard. I know you. I'm not you, Pa. I change my mind all the time, but apparently people in the page saying I want to do that, but I do it all the time. As soon as
with the individual one.
Steven Gerrard, new manager this Thursday. That'd be nice. All good, all good, all good. But Rio Ferdinand's getting an interview with Gerrard or a podcast thingamajig at 4:00, so I'll be off before then. But I'm not sure. Maybe this is the Russell Martin sack has come around too quickly for that interview. I'm not sure. I know Ferdinand's been in the Middle East since this week. I saw him on Instagram or something like that, posting it out on the Palm and the world's most classless city in Dubai. But aye. I know, Nicky. I'm not saying not what Gerrard. I'm stuck in Gerrard at the moment. The thing is, I don't know about that bookies thing. I'm not a gambler, but people say that the bookies they go with what the money putting on more than who's going to be the manager, isn't it? The one thing is, it can't be somebody we don't know because he's number one. All we're thinking, oh no, it's another Russell Martin job. You know, I mean, and that means the person's off for a bad start. He loses the first game or draws. It's like, oh god, we're on him instantly. Gerrard wouldn't have that effect right now. So you pick your second pick manager. That's a bit Gerrard. No, I've seen that about Sky News about Gerrard Dice, which is fair enough. I'd have had him, but it's not just Russell Martin's putting us on the edge, Nicky. It's the last 14 bloody years. And my young one's 17. It's it's horrible. It's been. Andrew, there's nothing. Zero. The only kind of sort of news if there's counted, it's just Dice has counted himself out of the position. Now, I wonder if he's done that because he knows Gerrard's getting the job. You know. I think McKennis would be allowed time too. Maybe. I mean, what's time? We can allowed time to do what? Win a football match. That's the thing. See this time thing. It's simple. We've got 90 minutes on Saturday. Go and win. You think? Right, hang on. Do you think Thelbert has been told no more mates getting trouble? Maybe, possibly. Yeah, I just like I said this morning in one of my videos. I don't think Dice. So we've got the workings outside. I don't think Dice would come in because I don't think the whole Everton thing. You're right about the Everton thing. Aye, that's it. Yeah, I'm not sure. They may do that. They may do that. It worries me too. That's why hopefully it's coming from the, shall I call it, pool of players that we are talking about. Now, Dice is now out of the running, so that cuts it down to McInnes, Gerrard, Muscat, maybe the thingy along at St Mirren. It's interesting, but the thing that I'm getting is they've not appointed an interim coach. That might happen today. Remember, in the States, it's only 8 o'clock in the morning where, so they're not, well, they will be at work. These guys were working probably from 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning, but aye. They've not appointed an interim manager, coaches like wee barrier that. So is that because they're pretty confident we'll have somebody by the end of the week and they won't need to because it's the international break? I mean, although somebody's got to be taking training, but then again, I'm going to assume because it's international break, they're maybe off today and tomorrow, then back in Thursday. So Billy, Billy's name was mentioned at Christmas in the summer as well. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want him when he first came, and I was kind of semi-proved right, but I think he would just galvanise the whole support right at this moment, and he's learned lessons. Like people going, he's been sacked from everywhere. So has every manager been sacked. You know what I mean? Walter Smith gets sacked for Everton. It's aye, he was terrible at spitting there. He was terrible at Everton's Walter. Yeah, the players were like, "Wow, this Steven Gerrard, man." You know what I mean? That's what it'd be like. Robertson, definitely not overlooked. No. I would be disgusted if they get a week off. Imagine getting a week off. We're 7 games into the season. They've had a summer off. They need to be in training. A week off when we've been so bad. You're playing absolutely terrible. There's a week off. Not a chance, man. They may have a couple of days off, but not a week. maybe, Sean, maybe. It's interesting times. Fucking there's nearly 1 million views on the page in the last since Sunday night, man. It's scary. I can't keep up with everything. Yeah, I never even thought of that angle. Aye, true enough. Aye. I'm pretty sure Gerard's agent's getting asked all the time because he was not nearly the Poland manager recently. I think even what's the guy's name? Fabrizio even tweeted about Gerard and the Poland job. This watch annoys me, but aye. No, aye, but remember, there's at training. We've got fitness coaches. There's plenty of people around the club to take training and all that. The youth team clubs. That's not down to Tav. You know what I mean? Whoever it is Gerard wants he gets, it's up to him. I would imagine their names will be kicking around. Yeah, I think Defoe's just a gentleman, man. He's just a dream come true for anyone. He's just a nice man, intelligent, a footballer and a half. You know. It's interesting times, all right. Interesting times. It's I know. I think it's I like Talksport in the morning because the first thing I do when I get up is get Talksport on. But see the two guys in the afternoon, I struggle with them, man. They're actually very good, but it's his accent that does my head in. I know that's but if Beale comes, we've got to take that. You know what you're going to do? Boo, chase Gerrard it. I would hope so. You'd hope so, wouldn't you? See having to wear specs, man. You're four-eyed fanny. Aye, that's not a big deal for me. That somebody will be doing it. Aye. See, I don't know about McInnes. I've seen people on the page say, no, he knocked us back before. I don't want him. He knocked us back when we were in a terrible position. And from what I understand, Walter Smith said to him, "Don't go near that lot now." You know. I think so, Bob. And I would like something by Friday. You know. He did all right at West Ham. I'm not sure what he's done since West Ham, but I know West Ham fans liked him. Yeah. Hearts are floating. I think this is remote. There's what's his chops? Getting player of the month at Hearts. What's his the striker that we should have bought, but people said he wasn't Rangers class, which that's going to be one of the most annoying things ever for me that we didn't get him. But anyway, the Marky the ball's in Gerard's court. Gerard holds all the cards. He'll whatever he demands. I'm sure Mr. Canova will be like, got it. You got it. You got it. And there's nothing to indicate that he won't. We won't do that. You know, because for all our net spend was something like £3 million. We still spent a lot of money in players this summer. Some of them, yeah, I think so. But it's Andrew. It's just a line in the sand moment. You know, we'll drag something out these players. You know, I think Gerard and Raskin. That's two peas in a pod there. That's his Alfa Romero, Alfie. That's his Alfie. He will run that team around him, and I think Raskin would flourish under Gerard because they're both similar players. You know, hard workhorses. You know. That's nothing to do with this club, though. This club, this hierarchy, because it was different. Nah, I don't want you to say sound bad. Comments problems before wasn't back in, but that wasn't. There was nothing to do with it. This ownership. That's a different people. I can see. I wouldn't count out Gary McAllister either, Robert. It's just a relief. The thing is, I've been narky on the page the last couple of days because I can't. But it's me. It's people are going on about Barry Ferguson. Like, he's not coming in as manager. He said he would only come as manager full time, and he's not good enough. As harsh as it is to say, because Barry's Barry. But yeah, it's good. Optimism's a good word. Nah, I'm sorry. No. We can't do that. We can't go with these gambles. We need somebody that's British and knows British football. You know, I would include Benitez in that, by the way. But yeah, Barron's pass needs to get a bit better. But yeah, give me a second. I've got to answer an email here. It's a work. I'm going to work on Thursday. Where is that? Thanks, Julia.
Redcliffe Home Insurance includes emergency home repairs.
Sorry, it's this work. I'm going to work Friday night.
Comes with a 4-year retail voucher. Redcliffe Home Insurance at just clicks. City are chasing a big win, but this is Anfield.
Sorry, it's work stuff. Right. You don't trust them, so you want rid of the 8th richest sport franchise in the world out of our club. Fantastic. Let's go back to the park. Let's go back to the parks running as and begging people around the world for a tenner here and there. That's a fantastic idea. Fuck's sake, man. Yeah, I want him there I don't want him forced into position because he is. I want him there because somebody wants him at the club. But let's get rid of the Americans. Fucking hell, man. Aye, okay, Pfeiffer. It's entirely possible, mate. It's entirely possible. Give me a second. I'm just. Oh, okay. Oh. I'm going to put that. Aye. So you're still finding my feet with that. By people not wanting Americans in fucking. Christ almighty, man. Imagine I just get rid of them and just bring in God knows who. See, that's what I'm hoping to see. Because these guys as strange it might sound, they might all be in a WhatsApp group and it's just stuff like that. They'll all know each other. They'll know their agents will know each other. So Dice might have said to his agent, who are Rangers going for? And for all Sky are saying there's no preferred candidate, they've got to say that until they know for sure. It might say no. Dicey's agent might say no, Gerrard's getting it. You know what I mean? I'm not, that's not fact, by the way. That's just me thinking out loud, but we'll see. Excuse me. I quite enjoy cricket, to be honest.
Catch taken by Sophia Dunkley.
Yeah, I would. Van Bommel will probably be a good coach in future, but oh yeah, he's a good coach already. But I'm quite I'm all right with that. Like I was in Holland, living in Holland, just outside Rotterdam, a place called Dordrecht, just where he was in his prime. So he was certainly, I was very aware of him at PSV. Then he went to Barcelona. It was a hard case. I know he was a tough player, man. I'm not sure even when you say Van Bommel. Oh no, he is ruled out. I don't. Well, has somebody said officially he's Van Bommel's not going to take it? The last I read, Van Bommel said he's interested. So I've not seen anyone to say he's actually ruled out. Yeah, that's out of all the pool of coaches that have been mentioned. The one that I wouldn't take is Danny Rawl. I'm sure he'll probably have a good career, but he's only 2 years in management, and it's 2 years at Chef Wednesday, who are a brilliant club, and I hope they get their crap sorted out. But those 2 years might have been flukes. Look at Paul Le Guen. Paul Le Guen was the right guy to sign at the time. That was a huge signing, by the way, because he'd won the French league twice. Although the French league's not strong, and PSV weren't strong then, it was still a big signing, but he failed, and he's done nothing since. You know, he was a class actor. He refused to take his payoff, and he's never, ever, ever slagged Rangers in the media. You know, so I've always wished him well. And I worked in Oman for years, and that's where he was a manager. So he was a national team manager. So I was always. I mean, exactly. Some clown had said he doesn't want him, and he doesn't trust him. Away you go, man. I'm not sure. We'll see until it's the whole cliche of the scarf above the head and all that. That's why it has to be somebody kind of. When I say big, somebody we're very well aware of. Like I say, the pool of the squad of coaches that are getting mentioned, because um, if it's a left field guy, somebody from a Spanish team or something like that, he's not getting off to a good start. Aye, it's I think fans will be fine whoever we get, but and I understand why a lot of people don't want Gerrard, and that's fine. But hot Shackman, we're talking about. Gerrard, I get that, but I think once he's here, they'll be like, all right, because he would certainly he would get a bounce. We would get a bounce. The players would be in awe of him. You know, he would settle them down soon enough, because he's just a working class lad that was pretty decent at football. You know, well, more than decent. He was a great player, and he would be able to attract players as well. Yeah, and I think that Gerrard does that, Mr. Pfeiffer. I think Gerrard does that. I think Gerrard does that for the most part.
And all on fault, but actually, I mean, you became the winning goal scorer in the SPFL. How special is it to make that? That was nice to get that recognition. Obviously, I was made a good but an recognition for my goals over the years, so always pleased to see that.
Hearts have won 67 league games so far this season to sit top.
It's what stuff.
Wants his teammates to enjoy their lofty position.
Well, so it's a good feeling to be in around.
It's a work. Let's say I've got to go down to Great Yarmouth on Friday, Thursday. The good thing is, see the AI thing on your phone now, your iPhone, it proofreads stuff, because you've seen the state I'm in. Some of my posts, man, I forget to proofread and post, and it looks as if it's Stephen Hawkins signed it.
Early season success. That'll be great, obviously. Just a lot of new bodies.
I normally agree with Simon, but Yeah, but the club are in a mess. Like, I can't really argue against that. But he would galvanise he would galvanise the fans more than any of the others mentioned. That's the thing. I think Neil's brilliant, man. I think he's a character. I really like Neil Warnock.
This morning.
I'd be 100% behind him getting the job. 100%. Yeah, I posted that because I know for a fact that his kids are flying at school, but they might stay there and he can come back and forwards. But we'll see. No, I don't. Not in a million. Not in a million years. Lampard will come. Hang on.
ESB transformed to the country power itself.
Yeah. So okay, we'll count. We'll not take Muscat then for being good at his job. No problem. Kavanagh's not going to fly in from the States. Why would he fly in from the States to? Like, he may well. Don't get me wrong, because he I mean, his own jet, but maybe. Yeah, Gerrard is a winning manager. Gerrard won as a league, mate. Maybe. I think I'm flying from. I think it's Great Yarmouth. I fly out from. It's I'm going to a jack. I'm not saying where I'm going, but I'm going to jack up out there. This job's going to be a killer as well. But anyway, yeah, I'm 100% behind Muscat. Muscat all the way. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
We can reimagine our local areas. Every time we rewild, every time we strengthen biodiversity, every time we support our tiny towns volunteers, that's real action. Because every local action has a global impact. Super lucky, real change.
I'm here, by the way. It must get me a good one. Oh, excuse me. The thing is, the thing about doing my job, see the amount of paper I need to do.
Or secret weapon.
The thing is about McInnes, right? He's got a problem about fading. He starts well, then fades.
And it's dare deception of the most ambitious kind. Don't worry.
Somebody asking, getting somebody from the MLS in the States. Absolutely not, man. No chance.
The difference is real.
It's yeah.
The pumpkin contest is the digital thing. More than expected.
Oh, God. But I'm not the sporting director thing. I've never totally got that, man. Yeah. Yeah, well, he's not got much coaching experience. That's the only thing, but yeah. But still. That's a pain in the arse. The thing is, the company I'm going, I never see who I'm working for. The rig I'm going to, I'm not working directly. I'm out there. I'm changing drives in the jack up system, which is just going to be a ball ache. But luckily I've worked for the other company for then 6 months, so I still don't need to do all that joining crap. You know what I mean? The thing is, due diligence. All the people we've mentioned, we just need to go. It's all out there. It's all there to see. Cyprus, nice. Like, the thing about Gio, he's the assistant manager at Liverpool, who are probably going to win the league down there, maybe highly likely to win the English Premiership or close, and the Champions League. He's the assistant manager, which means there's no pressure compared to being number one. He'll be more money than he's on at Rangers. He's working with his pal from Holland. I can't see it. He's been here, done it, and he didn't like it. It didn't go well. So he's only get the leagues. Because I think he'll be using Rangers as a stepping stone to hopefully get down south. So there's no absolutely. I think he'll come. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing in it. But I think everyone mentions we'll get that though.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think you joked earlier that the trophy's certainly back in 2012.
Yeah, I know. It's if they try and stop them, that's called slavery. So yeah, you can't stop someone leaving. Yeah, I know. It was aye. Yeah, see that one? No, no, thank you. He's doing all right in Brazil as well. I think they're fourth or something, but yeah, absolutely, I do. Yeah. The annoying thing is that Celtic are not doing too well now, and they've got no pressure apart from internal pressure, and we
This all got to the final in recent
this guy I saw sitting there. Hang on, the ticker said something. Celtic are we have not put them under any pressure, man. That's annoying me. Why?
So he controls 7-0 after the weekend.
I'll sort it in a bit. See this. New join. There's a new joiner information form attached to this email. This is great. If it was not okay, I'll do it in a bit.
16 winners of this competition. Number one is Aberdeen, who got knocked out at semi-final stage last season.
In the backside. Okay, no. Well, if right, let's look at it this way, Airwolf. That's Ancelotti's first job as a coach, and it looks like it's going to be the job the same length of time as Martin. There's your answer.
Number 8.
I'd be better. Me and you would be better, Anwar, than them two. That than the Martin. Sorry. Yeah, probably, mate. Probably, but that ship sailed.
24 final. So there you go. That does conclude the job. Quick game with at that point if you want to answer Rachel. Before we recap.
Norfolk. What's Norfolk? Oh, Norfolk. Oh, right. Sorry. No, I'll just get the train from here Thursday. I'll get the train as early as possible. I think I go through Peterborough, don't I? Is it still a bus from Peterborough to Norwich? Is it a bus from Peterborough to Norwich? I'm better going through London. Keep in mind my ticket, by the way, my train ticket, I get it back in expenses anyway, so it doesn't matter how much it costs.
In the league's perspective, I think
The fact he's won that league and he knows what it's like to play for Salt Rangers. I'd have him in a heartbeat, but his life would be in danger, his family would be in danger from the Fraggles.
inspired electric.
And he'd just been sacked after 4 or 5 games. But I know, I think he'd be all right at Rangers.
Taking on football as you progress, there's a time you just want to get out of your
No, see, I know I'm going to get the train. I'm getting the train down. I'm not driving. I'm a better going through London. I'll just go through Peterborough. I've got 2 bags. Remember, that's a pain in the fucking ass, man. Hopefully, this will be my last job for a long time. Hopefully, it's too much.
As Stuart said, just
Thanks for the help, though. About getting about. I went down to Norwich before, and no, I know, but is it quicker going through London? Right, that's what I'll do. But see, I noticed the other day because we were supposed to be going down on Sunday, and there was buses on from Peterborough to Norwich. Is that still the case? Doesn't matter. Doesn't bother me. But no, there'll be a few others. I think Muscat and McInnes are definitely within my shout. Right, Peterborough. Right, that'll do. I'll go through Peterborough. Cool.
yeah, even just
That's why I told. Yeah, of course, yes. Everyone knows Gerard wants a Liverpool job. I don't think he's ever said it, but it doesn't take a brain surgeon to work out. That's where he would love to go. I mean, that's his team. Wait a minute. Somebody said something. Right, gotcha. I've got not an interview. I've got a chat with my boss tomorrow. Then I'll book my train. So I'll see. Yeah, I'm getting a train. I'm not driving. All right, Ross, no bad. But wait a minute. Somebody said something. I missed it. Yeah. That's the thing about Martin. We can't have somebody from left field because he's off it. It's not happening. If he does well at us and does well, if he improves as a coach, his name's always going to be linked. But anyway, not at the moment, certainly. Not enough experience. No, I would take him. I'd be all right with him. You've got to remember, there's a lot of coaches out there that will be linked with that haven't get are the same. But he knows the Scottish Premiership. We've seen how he sets up his teams. He's a Rangers man through and through, so he knows the pressures up at Rangers, the bigger picture. Me, you, all the people commenting. He knows the score, shall we say? See that I agree with that one. I agree with that. The thing with Gerrard, he holds all the tickets. He's like, you want me? I want this, this, and this. Yeah, I mean, he won't be unreasonable, but he'll certainly have demands. I don't think his wages will be a thing, but yeah, I know. I mean, he's going to back his Australian mate, but he's quite right to, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. See, when they do the women's draw and stuff like that, you're like, what's happened there? I thought I saw Hibs Hearts drawing a cup game, but it's the ladies' Scottish Cup, so damn it. I'm just answering stuff on the page. It's very interesting times. I did Gerrard, yeah, yes, I agree. I think he will bring back the field goal. Gerrard would bring back the field goal factor. 720 replies, man. Is he trying to reply to everyone? 1,270.
Yes. So everybody is fit, barring obviously Miller.
Oh, it's Man United presser. It's a women's thing again. Damn it! Always catches me out that.
Positive, and then Phil Rooney won't be involved in this getting.
You can't change managers every year. You can if they're rubbish. That's the thing.
See everybody else is going.
The good thing is, see, for a couple of weeks the page was kind of quiet. There wasn't much arguments in that because we all hated Martin or didn't want him out. But now there's different opinions. It's like, it's quite funny sometimes. Kicked a couple off the day that were just nasty as anything. Anyway, see, it's still but the international break throws a few conundrums in there. Are we not bringing an interim coach in because there's no rush because they're at holiday and now they've got a couple of days off, or do we know we'll have somebody in by Friday? It's different. Yeah, but I say Gerrard holds all the cards. Yeah, well, oh Jesus Christ, man, Ferguson, oh God, no, Dodge, McCann, they've done nothing in football. They've done nothing in coaching. I don't want them near us. Sorry. Yes, big time.
People want to go and play it. I think that's the difference. Everyone will come.
That'll be nothing to do with Gerrard. Whatever's happened in the past has happened. Doesn't matter. That's what the manager will say. Wouldn't matter if he'd punched somebody in an affair with Martin's wife. It doesn't matter. Aye, doesn't matter. Yeah, that's the thing. Although we'll disagree with each other who we want in, it's all positive because it's going to be a new manager. Granted, there's risks there, but
Especially before Christmas, it's nice. I think only
no, I don't want ex-players. I want who the coach wants, the head manager, the manager wants as his assistants. I don't want anyone forced on them. Nobody's going to come in and want and allow to be dictated to anyway. If you're coming in as the next Rangers gaffer, you bring your own people. See, there's that as well. Like Gerrard. Like I'm one of these people. I would have no issue if somebody wanted to wear a tracksuit in the sidelines at Rangers. I know I'm in the minority here, but Gerrard said he would like to be a tracksuit manager, but the club asked him to wear a suit. So he said, so I wore a suit, and I liked that. And it's just his interviews, his pressers, and all that. I mean, that comes from being a Liverpool captain, which is one of the biggest jobs in football. And Yeah, that's it. You take away these ex players and their coaching history. You take away the fact he played for Rangers. If we say they'd had a career with St Johnstone, and I said, "What about so and so?" Say Neil McCann had only ever been and Billy Dodds had only ever played at St Johnstone. I said, "What about bringing them in coaches?" You would leave the page. You would slaughter me. You know. See that one. If, to contradict myself, if Gerard wanted to flow, that would be quite hard. And by the way, if Gerard comes, Beale's coming. Yeah, and I've got no issue with that. See, I think that's like I don't agree with that at all, Stuart. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I don't like reading it like that, but you're right. They are Rangers legends, like a range. Well, Barry's a legend, other two aren't, but yeah. I think there's Ricky. I think there's mitigating circumstances. It wasn't the fact that they Villa came in. When Villa came in, it was very easy for him to leave, shall we say, because of things like that. Yeah, aye. Yeah. See, you've got to think not just the fans, but all we watch 3 points on a Saturday or Sunday whenever we play. He did. He will have. He definitely will have. If the thing is, in the summer when we wanted him, right, and he was right. He was quite happy in Bahrain, right? And that Bahrain's brilliant. The two places I would live in the Middle East is Bahrain or Oman, Muscat. Brilliant. I can't stand Dubai, but Gerard will have been sitting at home, and I know for a fact he is settled there. I know his kids do good at school and whatnot. His wife's settled. I mean, in the Middle East isn't that big. I think the longest flight in the Middle East. I used to be in Kuwait, and if I had to fly home to Thailand through Dubai, I think that's a 2 hour flight. But Bahrain to Dubai is probably an hour. You'll either get a chopper or a private jet, so it's no far. Anyway, but the thing is, Gerard will get bored. See somebody like that, somebody that's been playing football all night, been active. He'll have liked a holiday, but what's he been out of job now? Best part of 6 months, he'll be bored to tears. He'll be bored to tears. Yeah, that Martin's. I don't want to dwell on Martin too much because he's gone, but his sneering and that interviews and all that. And Gerard, anytime we get beat, Gerard would say, "That's my fault. That's on me. Don't blame the players." And that's exactly what you need. He might chew the players out behind closed doors. Say, "What did you do that pass for? What did you do this?" And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But he didn't do it publicly. Like throwing young boys at 19, 20, 22 years old under the bus, man. Young Max Aaron's at right and left back. He's had a torrid time here. You might find Gerard or somebody comes in and um brings out a player in him. See, I'm not too sure about the Scottish thing. The football management, anyway. Yeah. What money? What money will he lose? He's not got a contract with anyone. His tax thing finishes in April. I'm in the same tax thing as Gerard. I do the same tax thing as Gerard, not this year, but usually. So I've been doing that since 1999. It's April. It's up. It's long out. It's long out the way. You may have to deal with taxes in Bahrain, but it's not the UK. That 60% thing. It's 21% you pay anyway. 22%, 21%. I can't remember what it is. But if you get a good accountant,
There's plenty to pick up this week at Stone Stores with special offers across outlets.
yeah, because Gerard, and let's be honest, the Liverpool and Rangers as football clubs, and with the fan bases were acutely similar. The biggest teams in the country, well, Man United probably are England, but Liverpool are Liverpool. They've got standards. They've had terrible disasters. We both have, unfortunately. Working class cities, shipbuilding cities, industrial cities, people, but not good working class people. And and we've both had standards at our football clubs. We've both won a lot, and that's where Gerard it comes from. For Gerard, and he was a captain. Oh, I only listen to Russell Martin because of the page, and I don't have to. Nobody forces me to do this, but I had to you know. There's a couple of hundred people, and thank you for all joining. By the way, it's good crack. Like I get bored to tears in the house. By the way, like I've been off for a few months, a month now or something. It's bored, man. 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever. I'm bored to tears. But I'm back to work for Thursday. Well, Friday I fly offshore. But the job's going to be an absolute lady part. My last job in the North Sea. Hopefully, then the house is sold and I'm away. But anyway, I was doing this stuff like this when I'm in house in Thailand. This will be nine at night. Then when the clock changes 10 at night, so I was 7 hours ahead. So I'll be need to be getting up at 3, 4 in the morning to do podcasts. Anyway, yeah, and then Gary Mackey as well. Defoe, see things like exactly what he did for Alfredo. He's in there singing "Sweet Caroline." That was one of the best things ever. But yeah, and it's just the. If a young player, like say, let's take Max Aarons for an example. He's struggling, and I don't like seeing the abuse he got. He said a couple of stupid things in the press. If he had said that the first time, Gerard and that would never let him near the media again. I think Martin did that on purpose to that boy. You know what I mean? But anyway, but he would like some even Gary Mack or Gerard would say, look, let's go for a coffee down the Great Western Road. Let's go, or let's come up my flat and have your dinner the night. We'll get a curry in. So and just sit and say it's Monday night football, watching Liverpool, whoever, Liverpool Forest. Sit there and just sit and talk to the boy about football. Sit and talk like we're talking to the boy. Just put the boy at ease because I know for a fact Walter did that. He would have people along at his house. Look, come on, stay. If somebody was rough, they would stay the night at Walter's house and stuff like that. It's things like that we never really hear of, you know. The thing is, Stephen, it's different football nowadays. That was 4-4-2, and it was like the goalie used to say it was a GHA, Gorham Haitley Ali, or GHM, goalie, Gorham Haitley McCoist, but I would want two up front. But the thing is, we do have two up front because wingers are attack-minded players. But I know you mean two, like a number nine, two number nines down the middle. But yeah, I've got no idea what that means. But anyway. Yeah, and Martin was a dirty bastard that he put that boy in front of the camera knowing he was going to say something like that. And I don't like that. Aaron's has been a bit I don't want to slate the boy, but he struggled, shall we say. But you never know, he might come into a game with us with a new manager. Yeah, we might and you've got to remember when Gerrard came in, that was I think at times we forget. Dave King, it was a massive throw the dice. We were in a bad way. We were in a bad way. And I know, see, since I don't like talking about the liquidation shit, but I know for a nailed on fact, it was twice we were nearly completely out of business again. Twice. We were about a week away from it once as well. Because I knew if anyone wasn't on the page, I set up the page because more to do with the off field stuff. I knew the people involved with the Hong Kong lot. And I was getting it was me that a lot of the info came through, and I know people, but anyone that was on the page back then will back me in this. I never get anything wrong because they used to leak it through me. But yeah, but I know for a fact we were in trouble. I don't have those contacts in. Well, I do know them. I still know them, but they're nothing to do with us now. So what we saying here, Stray?
Obviously, all the organising and everything goes with the week.
Walter, yeah, I think Gerard is. Like, I think Mr. Kavanagh will have phoned Gerard personally and say, "What do you want? I want you at my football club." I know. Do you see that? I expect Ant-Man. I expect. I say. Do you know? I think it's going to flourish. I want to see for Ant-Man. Remember that first game he played? I was in the Govan rear, the Sandy Jarden rear. Should I say? This is a football player, man. I remember once the ball was going out, and we all thought it was going out for a by kick. There's no way he's getting, and he got it and delivered it was a good cross. But we saw it. But then Martin coached whatever out of him. Martin. I wish him well. That's just me as a human. Like, he's gone. Anyway, let's forget about the floppy haired fuck. Sorry for swearing if you've got kids about. I try not to swear actually, especially on the page. But Yeah. Oh, Ferdinand, what's Rio saying? Rio Ferdinand.
Also, it's about looking at what they've done well throughout the year. I don't want to bring Neville to know.
Blockbuster interview. One of my arch enemies for a long time. Liverpool versus Manchester United. Many England caps we wouldn't initially want to speak. An environment which no English manager wanted to unite. An environment which no England manager managed to unite us. Egos prevented that. We discussed this. Since retiring, spending time with Stevie as a pundit in the good old days. Pure admiration and respect. This is Rio Ferdinand, right? I'm reading it out to you. Can truly appreciate how what made him one of the best midfielders in the world, why he's a god amongst Liverpool fans. I left the interview seeing his passion still for football, for the next generation, fan his belly to prove he can become an elite manager. The next career move will be massive, which he discusses. I honestly think a future England manager, the players would want to play for, can't cheer for the watch. Go on to Rio Ferdinand's Facebook. Right, I'll leave it there for you to read.
How is he and how are you? Such a big player for such a big game.
Yeah, it would be a disaster, and I'd feel so for Jared.
Brilliant.
I'm not going to talk too much about it because owner and lawyers are on at the moment to try and to get Jared off tonight. We believe we've got a decent case.
I'm looking forward to this tonight. It's in a couple of hours. It's in an hour.
Because it probably hasn't been home yet if he doesn't play.
You can comment on this post. No established followers only, so there's no Morlocks can come and talk crap with us.
Huge part of the season, and mainly in and around the place. What he does at training and what he does, with standards and that type of thing.
Everyone's saying thank God about Dice not coming. I'm not even happy with him, but he's not coming, and that's we leave it at that, don't we? Can we have Zidane? Yeah, we can, but we're not going to.
Peter, thank you so much for speaking to me. I'll start Sports News. Wish you all the very best of luck.
Yeah, that man's a player, I think.
Can't wait. Thank you very much indeed, Jenna. Brilliant stuff. Right, after the success of Europe at the Ryder Cup, we will soon see this on.
I know, but the thing is, I think Stephen, you've got to remember that I'm pretty sure Dessers wanted to move as well because he got that was tight what he got, especially about 8 months ago. It was horrific the abuse he got, and I've never seen a Rangers player in my whole time watching our team with such a good attitude. He always had a smile. His head never went down. He always tried. He had bad games, absolutely, but he was a top scorer for 2 years, man. 50 goals. Yeah.
It's not his stuffy old school, but it's sometimes
Zidane's not coming to Rangers.
when you're into the game of knowledge, you can actually you can really get your blood going.
I know. Just what? I'm a mechanic, right? I'm going offshore next week. If I need a 24mm socket to take that bolt off, I'm not going to use a 23mm socket. So, and it's no different from the tools that a footballer's got. If you're a right winger, go down the right wing and swing it in. Listen, I know the cut-in thing. The cut-in thing is a big deal, like, and that's Mbappe. You know, like Mbappe does. He's right-footed, but he plays left wing. Mbappe's a special case, I know. But you know what I mean? At times do the cut-in, but your bread and butter as a winger is go down the ring, look up, swing it. You don't even need to look up. These guys know how to hit the ball and how to swing it, you know. Really? It's interim. Really? All right. Well, I'm not disagreeing with you, Martin. I'm just absorbing it, and as you know, I'm quite thick. You know what I mean? That was a mistake, but aye. Yeah, we all did, mate. Well, I did anyway. But yeah. Billy Davies is interim. Why not? Somebody at Ibrox has told them to do that. Who would that be? I'm pretty sure Barry was asked, and he would have said no. And I don't want Barry. I would have had Barry's interim, but I understand why he would say no. I think Barry's on record saying the only way he's going back to the Rangers as manager if it's full time, and I totally get that. I totally get. Billy Davies is interim. Hang on, I'm going to Twitter.
Your life, our science.
I don't know, man. If he, I mean, apparently don't get wee Billy's a Rangers. I mean, there's the rumours of his tattoos and all that, but yeah,
Very Irish seafood.
yeah.
It's tasty and healthy. Coconut.
Uh-huh. Scott Parker doing well at Burnley here. Burnley just conceded 16 goals in 46 championship games last season. They've already conceded 15 times in 7 games in the Premier League. It's a difference in it, man.
You have it.
Yeah, Billy Davis. Ah, well, whatever. You never know.
Give you the tools and support you need to manage your mortgage. Whether it's your
Oh, you're so.
start your search with PTSD.
That Craigie, that is exactly it. Like I say, I work. I mean, my office. I'll share an office with Sparks. We sit there and have a go. Well, not have a go. It's a good banter, but I don't do anything electrical. If I go and work with the Spark, I've normally get the suit on, the big suit on, and the hook ready to pull him away. When he switches off the HV stuff and links up the HV. Well, the chap, the chap that will be SD. Who's SD? Stevie Davis, right? Okay, possibly, yeah. Barry, mate, I think Barry would take it in a heartbeat if he was offered it full time. I know he would.
You stay here.
What demands is Ferguson? Barry Ferguson is not going to be the next Rangers manager. Period. Barry Ferguson is no better than Russell Martin. I'm not sure. Somebody posted the page actually what Russell Martin would say to him. I want a right winger, I want a left winger, I want a centre midfielder, I want a defender, a right-sided defender. He didn't ask for names, he just said the position he wanted, and then Thelwell went and got them. So which make that actually does make a bit of sense. But I think Gerrard, if Gerrard came in, it would be. But Gerrard came in, it would be say, I want Joe Bloggs from Burnley or whatever. You know what I mean? Not often people do it. But Barry would, and I would be disappointed if he didn't want it. But I don't want him again. Does that make sense? I'll just switch it. Comment. Delete. You can get to. This I'm really, really interested to see what Gerrard says when Ferdinand asks him about his future. Gerrard wants back. What I'm reading there before watching the podcast, Gerrard wants back in football, about which means management. I mean, the thing about McInnes, but the Sky and all that saying is very loose. It's very legally worded as well. They haven't said he's interested. They said he's been contacted or whatever, and he's shown. But when McInnes saying he's shown interest in the job or whatever, the way Sky put it, the way they've put it is, it could be McInnes saying, "Oh, are they really?" And they're taking that and running with it. Mickey, the guy that's my kind of PR guy and kind of keeps me in the right side of the law legally, he says there's so many ways to word it. They know clubs and the media know how to word stuff without getting litigious. I'm here. I'm just looking at the. I don't know where McInnes lives, but I can't in the Central Belt somewhere. He's a Greenock man, isn't he? I'm not even people slating Dave King. You can get. I'm just banning a guy. Slagging Dave King, says he's a crook and all that. I mean, you take a shite to your face. Hang on a minute. That was my hotel. Oh, it's Norwich I'm going to.
Next, potential fight.
That's my hotel book for not. I'm in Norwich. Next to the airport. The Holiday Inn next to the airport.
Days on from Martin Sackey, because instead of
That's all right. I've been in that Holiday Inn before at the airport.
no outstanding candidate, despite a number of names being linked to the job. More on this, you can go live to iRock.
I've been in that Holiday Inn at the airport at Norwich before.
Yesterday, for the decision beginning.
I tell you what, I'd be very interested to see what. Hang on, there's Sky going to Ibrox. It's just a generic one.
Of course, for the players and for the teams, there's a lot still to play for this season. Rangers in 4 competitions, still 4 trophies.
Still in 4
At the
competitions.
same time, I think it's really important actually for the people who are going to be making this decision. A lot of Rangers fans are concerned.
Yeah, agree, Craig.
in charge of appointing Russell Martin back in June, and the same guys who are going to be appointing.
He's not going to have it.
Rangers
That's.
manager, our head coach. Now, we heard from Chair.
I tend to agree, John. I tend to agree.
Yesterday they said.
Aye. I can't drink the night before I fly offshore.
To this recruitment drive, this thoughtful and rigorous process that they say they're going to go through to appoint.
It's a trek from the station to the airport, isn't it? The heliport. You've got to pay to get into the airport as well, haven't you?
There's a lot of pressure on them to deliver this time. That's something that I spoke to Stevie Clifford about. He is a Rangers podcaster and host of Four Lads Energy podcast.
Here's Stevie.
It's always vital, but it's even more vital for them. I think everybody was on such a high with the takeover in the summer that made that, there was such a crest of a wave. Everybody was excited. We wanted to join in. We want to galvanise. That's not happened. So in order for that positivity to keep going, they really need to get this right. If they don't, then it becomes a situation where already new owners are being questioned by a fan base, which is really last.
Stevie always talks sense.
So yes, I mean, it's vital.
And we have to get patience.
The whole general feel that the call that they get is close to being spot on as they can. And we know it's not easy and it's been difficult. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been keep repeating the process that we've been going through.
No, Adam, obviously,
I got asked to do media a couple of years ago. So I had no chance.
time isn't a commodity in football, is it, that we have? So how quickly can we expect to see a replacement turn up?
Yeah, well, I think Rangers will hope to get this done as soon as possible.
That's right. He was doing the Monday Night Football on Wednesdays. I can do that in Norwich on Friday. Thursday. I don't know what time my chopper is on Friday. I'm waiting to. I've asked them.
They're going to treat this recruitment process with the urgency that it is.
I'm just listening to Sky Sports News. I'm here. I would turn it around, but I would lose my account instantly. Facebook have got a thing that Sky would shut me down.
I think Steven Gerrard would be the man. I think the fact that he's been here before, he gets the history of the club. He's on the same page, the same wavelength as the players. I think he would be the man.
Why not? Who, Maggie?
And get them moving as to where they need to be.
I would quite like to take a punt on Sean Dyche because I think he's more in the mould of a Rangers manager. He's more that kind of. I think the fans would relate to him. I think they're not really fussed as much with his style of play after Russell Martin. They're more interested in something that's going to get results.
I think it's going to be Steven Gerrard.
Just the state we're in, he's the guy to bring it back.
Steven Gerrard, because he's a good manager and he's a legend at the club, and I think another chance would be great for him.
Steven Gerrard.
It's great seeing the wee man talking. Good on you, wee man.
Yeah, Steven Gerrard's the popular choice amongst the Rangers supporters, and it's no surprise.
Ties at me here.
He delivered a historic 55th Scottish Premiership title. He was also the only Rangers manager who's actually been able to win a domestic top flight title in the last 14 seasons. So Rangers fans think potentially he could be the answer to getting up there and challenging Celtic once again. We also heard from one.
Do you know what? Do you know what I'm buzzing about? Reading that Rio Ferdinand ditty. Gerrard wants back in football. And here's the thing. This has just come into my thick skull. The fact that Gerrard will have known one of the biggest questions that Ferdinand's going to ask about is his future. And was that a come and get me? Is this a come and get me from Gerrard? Don't get me wrong. Rio Ferdinand interviewing Gerrard, it makes perfect sense. Absolute perfect sense. You know what I mean? But let's see what happens, man. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. I've got 2,500 replies on the page at the moment. I can't keep up with it, and I've got this. Can you not just tell me?
Wales at Wembley on Thursday night. We're speaking to BBC Radio 5 Live. He said this last season.
I don't know what that means.
I had enough.
Yeah, I would hope so. I think there would definitely will be, but there would be complete duffers trying to get the job. You know, Poobag Magoo from Timbuktu's, get on my agent. I want the Rangers job. You know what I mean? But I do think we've got to hang on. I'll show you something. That's all the replies I've got. I've got to go through. I can't keep up with it. There's been a million people on the page the last 48 hours. Aye.
I don't know. If you'd asked me when I first met him, I would have said sure. But now I've been there a couple of years, I would probably say that has got so yeah.
Right. Norwich at the airport. Norwich. Cool. Okay. Yeah, but let's be honest, mate. We know it's been pretty on the. It was this last week because I saw Rio was in Dubai with on his socials. We knew Martin was going soon. You know, let's be honest. Exactly, I'm quite happy. Yeah, it's just a class act, Gerard. Don't you? An absolute class act. And now I remember when that Debbie thing that was brilliant as well. Some people slated him for it. This is a job.
Everything seems to be clicking through, obviously. So I very much doubt he will end up coming back to the Premier League. Harry Kane scores goals for fun, but if he gets to 200, just say 265, and then all of a sudden.
I think the vessel's in. Aye, right. Where's the chat? I'm not going to say because mate. Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, especially probably is unique and enjoying it. He was a successful team, scoring lots of goals. He's then thinking he might do go back to England. But we don't know. I think we all found that got back to Spurs and he's going to want to see him in another football team in England. But I'm not sure he wants to go back to Spurs if they weren't challenging.
I'm here. This is WhatsApp stuff about working that, but right. See this. I want to. Who? That was just a WhatsApp rumor. There was no interview. There was no press release. There was no nothing. A lot of crap. But why didn't he leave then? You know what I mean? I think it's just that was just Tags making stuff up, man. I can't. Mate, you message the page, Stuart. I can't find you. Stuart, right? Where's? Hang on. I'll try it. Right, what's your name again? Stuart Campbell. Where's your profile picture? Give me a sec. I'll go from my personal account, right? I'll try find you. Right, if you get a hingy, that's my personal account, alright, Stuart. I'll try and find you. Stuart Campbell. Oh, there's going to be 10 million, isn't there? Oh no, I found. I found you right away. I'm going to send you a DM. Picture of my scrotum. I can't. It won't let me. I've sent you a message. A picture of my shaved ball sack. I'm joking, by the way. Delivered. It's delivered. I won't say what. I hope nobody saw it. That's through there. Oh no, mate! I just said a really bad. Shit. Buffett. No, that's you, isn't it? Oh, you've replied. Cool. I mean, it's like fucking hell, man. I'm going to get in trouble for that. I've said the wrong thing to somebody before. It was my boss and all. It's like, an ex-boss, but he laughed about it. Yeah, I get why people don't like dice, but yeah. See, Mark, what I think, like, I'm not defending the board, but I'm thinking what they're thinking. I think there might be a bit of, it might be all right next week. It might be all right next week. Keep in mind, it was only 7 games into the league. That's still quite sharp to deliver, to get rid, even though the writing was in the wall from day two. But we are where we are, champ. I've just done something. What the? Oh, right. Sorry.
Just give some time to build a bit.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, Charlie, I think Gerard, the ball, Mr. Gerard holds all the cards. We're going to the same rig, Stuart. It used to be it used to be the other lot, the E, didn't it? It's in It's we're going to the same rig, Stuart. How mental is that? And listen, I'm sorry about swearing. I try not to because I do appreciate people have got kids in that in the background, and you might be at work. I apologise. I try not to swear. My youngest is 17. I don't swear in front of my kids. You know what I mean? And if I swear, if they swear in front of me, they do press ups. You know, so yeah.
Of some of the pressure on Manchester United head coach Billy Amran was relieved after their 2-0 victory over Sunday at the weekend. Wayne Rooney is speaking after.
Hang on, are we working for the same company here? Who's it I'm working for again? Give me a sec. I can't even remember. Give me a sec. Where's the emails?
What we saw the high pressure game for management, the players, the club.
How mental is that? Me and Stuart are going to be in the same helicopter on Friday, man.
And yeah, listen, when it's not like you all want to wear.
Stu, to a certain extent, it was, man. That's just mad that we're going to be in the same helicopter on Friday, man. 10:30 chopper. At least it's not 5 o'clock up in the morning. So are you in the same hotel as me in that Holiday Inn on Thursday night? Where are you travelling from? You're right. Okay, I want to get into that.
That's inside Manchester United tomorrow from 7 p.m. Not to be missed, that one. What a night it'll be tomorrow for Manchester United's women as the club enjoys Champions League group stage football for the first time in their history when they host Norwich.
No, Doug. The thing is, Doug. Do you know? I know you were joking, but at the same time, it just gives me a slap around the head. It's not who I am on. I don't want to do on videos or on lives or on videos. I don't swear. Like I say, it's out of respect for people. Like I say, I want somebody to be able to come in from work, have their dinner, watch one of my videos where the kids running about and the thingy, and not have to worry about me swearing. You know what I mean? Like I say, I've got respect. It's not people swear for the kids. That's up to them, but it's not something I do. So.
Was only formed 7 years ago. We've seen them rise out of the championships, become established in the WSL, and indeed become title contenders. That's the noise around the buildings after that fantastic draw against Chelsea to end their 100% start to the WSL season to put themselves right in contention.
Mate, if you're
It's about testing themselves at that high level. That's the opportunity the Champions League offers because financially, it doesn't actually benefit the club all that much. It kind of is a bit of a break-even situation when you consider the costs involved in the travel and hosting extra games.
do you know something, right? I'm not. See the chap here, Stuart Campbell. This is mental. He's driving down from Glasgow. I'm trying to blag a lift off him.
That's exciting for the club, and it's exciting for the manager Mark Skinner, who gets to manage at this level.
I'll get a taxi up to you. Aye, this is mental. We can do live stuff on the way down.
Laura said to me, she's gone, just remember, this is your first match day -1 in Champions League. So enjoy it. And I think it's that, like, as much as we've been playing, this is what we're prepared for, right? We've spoken about this as a team. We want to compete on the highest level. You know, I think the slogan for the Champions League is...
Right, gentlemen, this is brilliant. This shows the mentalness of the page. Do you know what? I may be showing my cards a bit too much here. I need to clean those windows. But I'm still very uncomfortable with the page at times because the numbers I get are staggering. You know, I mean, I know people might say you're showing off in that. I'm not, but you know, if I think I did this between Sunday, yesterday, and probably now. There's been 1 million views on the page, and that's just quite weird for me at times. Not weird, I know it's, but you understand where I'm coming from. But I thank each and every one of you. and what I'm going to do, I'm going to have an amnesty next week and let people back on that are banned. Because I can be out of order, by the way. I know at times I'm completely out of order on that page. I was narky yesterday, but excuse me. If it's,
Excitement and that momentum on the pitch has been evident in terms of their results as well, hasn't it? They've been in fantastic form so far.
here's quite a nice comment, good comment on my YouTube. It's talking about the letter last night. Letter shows intent of what they want to do and where they want to take us. We as a club have stagnated in recent years and need to grow more forward and with the times. Address new sponsorship, income revenues, stadium expansion, academy youth player development and recruitment all need improved. Think stadium expansion is a jewel, but think we all need to get a winning Rangers first. The thing is, the new owners have only been in a few months and they're here for the long run. They're learning from the mistakes quickly. Actually, see this new manager and the disaster I had with Martin. That was good to find. Right, I'm just.
It's a dream of every single player. Not you watch all these games, the men's games, for me. You know, when you're little and you see the big games going on, you just think, oh, imagine if you can win a
This is mental. Stuart on the page. I'm going to get a lift into Norwich from him on Friday, Thursday. Mad.
walking out and yeah, I'm really looking forward to the games tomorrow.
In terms of
The thing is, mate. Oh, that's.
Bowen was not involved in the session today. She was inside doing individual work, and Mark Skinner confirms that she won't be fit to face her former clubs. That'll be
Right, I'm getting a lift in for Stuart on Friday, Thursday in Norwich. How mental is that? Through these bloody windows. Like, my flat, right, I inherited my flat because my uncle died of COVID. And it's been a pain in the arse, to be honest with you. But it's the best flat in Troon because of that. You've all seen the view, and I'm not trying to be big headed or that, but it's sold, as we know. But see, cleaning those bloody windows, man, you clean them, and all it takes is a bit of wind and the salt. But anyway. So that's Ace, man. The windows clean. Sorry. Yeah. Because what my plan is, like me pal Mickey, PR Mickey as I call him, and he doesn't like praise. Once I get to Thailand, I'm now monetized on YouTube. So if you could like and subscribe my YouTube, I'd appreciate it. I've not got the financial side set up yet because I need to do my tax and all that with with Twitter, YouTube, but which isn't. I've got my own business, so I'm going to be doing podcasts with non-Rangers people. I will never upload non-Rangers people onto the page, but what we'll do, I'll put it on my YouTube, but I'll certainly post a link to it in my YouTube, you know what I mean? Because now and again, like when I do stuff about the Open or Wimbledon or the golf or maybe like the Super Bowl final, I do get people going, what you talk, I thought this was about Rangers. I've had the page 14 years, and any of the old school mob, they'll know that I do that now and again, and it's good banter. Like, I mean, I've even talked about films and stuff like that. But not right at a moment like the now, because this is a very important period in our history. But I thank all of you for joining in, man. And I like doing these lives now. The only reason I've not been doing these, if you remember, my first couple of podcasts were terrible because of my upload. My picture was terrible. It was all grainy and all that. I'm with EE, but because I was moving flat, I phoned EE because my upload speed's only 10 GB or 10, whatever it is. You know, that isn't that good. My upload speed in my house in Thailand's a meg. It's 1,000 or whatever it is. But anyway, so I phoned EE and he said, look, to do that, they need to send an engineer around. I said, listen, I'm moving house soon. Do you mind? I'm not worried about it now, so I never bothered about it till the other night, and I'm glad I did. But luckily, I phoned you and they gave me global coverage on my phone, which was good. So that means I get all my data anywhere in the world now, which is handy for me. Good afternoon, Sharpie. But
so much natural flavor. Anything you try will be delicious.
Dykes, who's Dykes? Right, see the tax bill. I keep talking about this. Gerard doesn't have a tax bill. That's Knickers. It's sorted because the financial year's April to April. April the 31st to May the 1st or whatever it is, and that's done and dusted, mate. He may have to have tax issues in the Middle East, but they only pay like 5% or something like that. Know that one. I can't remember Sharpie. Sharpie, whatever it is. My downloads look like that because I download a 2 hour movie in like 7 seconds in Thailand. The uploads, yeah, Sharpie, yeah. I might, but yeah, Kate, my young one, she's got her spare room all sorted out. She's got it all set up for me coming down because my daughter and my family love all this. They're not football people, my family in any way, but they love I'm getting money off the page, but it's peanuts. It gives me and the wife a night out. The people that subscribe to the page, 50% of that money goes to a dog shelter round the corner from the house. Not, I actually don't know where the dog shelter is. The wife does it because we're like family. It's Street Soy Dogs. And it goes to the Street Dog Foundation near the house. Another 50% I send the wife and kids out to a steakhouse in the town once a month. So the money doesn't go to me, it goes to good causes. And it's not much, honestly, it's not much I get, but I'm not going to I'm not going to lie. The money I'm getting from this and the money I've got saved, and I'm not got a lot saved, but I can semi-retire. The only jobs that we're doing offshore will be out in the Middle East or Far East, few and far between. But I'll certainly, cheers for that, Sharpie. Yeah, I would have had Dice, but I get why people don't want them. All right, Glasgow boy. Oh, where you go, you're a tag. All right. Somebody comment so I can push this guy out and ban him. I'm not having these people on here. I know you. I'm sure you're a decent person, but I promise the people I don't want. There's no Celtic fans on the page. Somebody comment because there's a thing in the way that I can't ban this chap. I mean, I'm sure he's a nice chap. Do you know something? See, when it comes to Celtic fans, right? If anyone's right, I don't want, this isn't me doing a feel sorry for everything. COVID was pretty rough on our family, it was rough on everyone. My uncle died in the sea, well, not over there, he died when COVID started. He was the first person in Troon to die of COVID. He died in 18 days and it was grim. Then 2 years into it, we know what it was like, COVID. I'm not getting into the argument with COVID. My mum died suddenly of cancer. She died in 3 weeks, right? And I didn't see my wife and kids for 2.5 years. So COVID was pretty rough on us. And that's life. I got on with it. I've not got any mental health issues or anything like that. Well, my pals might tell you that, but you know what I mean. I don't dwell on it. It's tough at the top, and there's always people worse off. But where am I going with this? But sorry, that's it. See, when I posted online about it, some of the nicest comments I got and DMs were from Celtic fans. It was usual. We oppose opposite teams, but they're really, really nice. Like there was one guy even gave a Celtic fan. He said, "Are you in Troon?" I said yes, and he went round to Marie Curie and gave £100, and I was like, oh, "Fucking hell, man, that was nice of you." But yeah, he's gone. That's good. Mags, I'm always, it's only 99p a month, and I cringe like hell at this. And you're in a private group, and we talk about anything in there. But like when I do my podcast and all that, you'll get it 3 or 4 days before everyone else, and all that. And there's famous people lined up as well. I've got Rangers players and Man United players and stuff like that. But aye, and then there's people in the music industry, DJs and stuff like that. But I want to do it from my house in Thailand because when I'm here in Tune, I can't. I can't officially book a date because the way my work is, I'm self-employed. I've got offshore oil agencies say, Frankie, can you go South Africa? Can you go to the States? Well, not the States. I'm banned from the States, but I'm banned because I worked in Iraq. That so I can't get the ESTA. I've got to go to get an interview. But whenever I work in the world, like the last year, I've been in Australia, South America, the West Indies, North Sea. Where else? North Sea quite a lot. Africa. But anyway, that sounds like I'm anyway. But I can never properly plan my life when it comes to that. But when I'm in Thailand, that's it. I'm semi-retired, and people can book me. I can book people in for X day, especially some of them, especially some of the music people who are massive. So yeah, it's all very weird. He's gone, and I'm sure he's a nice chap. You know, there was a what team was it? There was somebody commented on my YouTube yesterday or today. Says, "Look, I'm not a Rangers fan," but what he said was perfect sense. Sometimes we need to listen to them. Let's be honest. Sometimes we get untold truths. And you know, when somebody said on the page, I mean, I deleted it right away, but he was kind of right. He said, "Listen, yous are no Rangers anymore. You're just a Dundee United or an Aberdeen. When it comes to it, you don't do anything." Now, the way he worded it was quite clever as well. It wasn't good, but it made sense. It's like, you know what, there is an element of that, but I banned him. Yeah. But he's a really good bunch. I laugh, and I'll tell you something about the page. See the stuff I learn. Half my stuff, it's not nicked, but I'll get my memory jogged. Like some of the posts, I think I've posted 3 or 4 times a day. Apart from the first one this morning when I got up. Like, see, when I post in the morning, I don't look at the page. I just look at the media to see if somebody's signed or whatever, and then I do my own. So that it's raw. Does that make sense? So it's me. But then some of the replies today go, oh, that person, that lad or lass has got a point. And it comes from there. But I was told by PR Mickey, my pal that does it behind me, he said one of the rules of media is don't single out people on the page. Like, apart from my mates that I've known since I grew up with, Mark Gregg, you'll see him posting again. I've got up to all sorts with him. Says don't. Like, there is people that I know post extremely well, but I never say so and so. If I copy and paste somebody to say Scott Gibson said this, but he says don't point people out because it can cause division. So yeah. I get that, but the thing is, we say we hate Celtic, but you don't hate Celtic a fan as such. You know what I mean? Like, we hate Celtic, but I bet you we all work or know Celtic fans that are thoroughly decent people. Like, offshore, especially in the North Sea, you get some right good banter. Like, I've mainly been international working. I'm mainly a Middle East guy, Asia guy when it comes to offshore, right? But where am I going with this? I've only been in the North Sea doing stuff for about the last 7 years or something like that. But I wasn't nervous getting into the North Sea. I thought, fucking hell, is there going to be? You know what I'm coming from. We're going to be actions here. There's only been one. I was on a rig called the Mariner. A platform is massive as well. It's huge. And it was like 20 minutes from the dressing room, we call it the boot room, your locker room to the rig floor. 20-minute walk. That's how big it was. When the lifts went out, and I was knackered by the time I get there because I'm an athlete. But that was only one guy. So I went down into a place called the Shaker Room. And I said, I'm Frank, I'm the mechanic. Is there any issues and all that? And I'm like, and they were all good. But there was this one, he was young as well, Aberdeen fan. He didn't say much. Then as I left the room, he started Sevco or something like that. So I just carried on, ignored it. And every day he was on at me. And it was nasty. I get the Sevco stuff, I get the banter, we've beat you and all that. But it's always been respectful. That's my point. So but then he was putting stuff on my locker and no, I didn't. Not in there. That's a lie. He was putting stuff in the windows and that. Sevco, you've not won anything like that. We were on the same chopper on the way back, and we landed in Aberdeen at the heliport at Bristow's, and his mum picked him up. And I'll leave it at that. He get out there quite quickly, and I'll leave it at that. The Wrens. What were you on? I know you've told me, because the thing is, Mags, see, when I was, like, my first one was 1992, all we had was Immersart. I remember phoning my mum from the Indian Ocean or something like that. What was the Rangers score? The 1-2-1, put the phone down, it was something like £19. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, no, I get that, Doug. Like, yous know, I think a lot of the reason that I'll get so many comments and so many punters, fantastic punters on the page, is because I don't allow Celtic fans on, and every Facebook page can do it. It's just, once you make a post, you can't do it off the bat. You press enter, you press post, but there's the 3 buttons up, the 3 dots up in the corner, and it's a drop down that says followers only, and that's what I click every time. Now and again I forget, and the odd fan gets through. But what I've noticed is there's Celtic fans and the Aberdeen fans, they're going back 12 years to my videos and stuff like that and making comments. So, the thing is, I know, I'm sorry, mate. Oh, right, I'll sit here and no move. I'm joking. But aye. No, I know, sorry, man. Yeah, Sharpie, I know. The business, the apparatus that, what should I say? The business is gone. I mean, loads of clubs have done that, but we are, like, the thing is, Sharpie, we're forever going to get that crap. You know what I mean, champ? Yeah. And the thing is, I know, like, I did it? I was talking to somebody, one of the other page owners, with a good banter. I said, you can block all the Celtic fans. He says, look, I'm not going to lie, it's good for the algorithm. Because, like, my pal Brian, my best mate Brian, they might even be watching this, but his lads in his laboratory, he makes glasses for a living. One of them had a week, what's his name again, had a good point. He said, see, I don't like saying this, but the popularity page, see what if I was allowed to allow Celtic fans not on there, my income would double. But it's not about the money for me. It's about learning for me. I'm number one there for learning. You know, and the thing is, see the replies I get people writing paragraph after paragraph, and I miss it, and I feel gutted when I miss it. You know what I mean? Because it's that busy at times. But there is times when I take my time and go back, and I might not reply for 3 or 4 days later, but I try. I do try. Dougie, can you imagine we won the league this year? Can you imagine, right? Can you imagine this scenario? I've not got a soft spot for Hearts. I don't mind Hearts. I'm sure a lot of Rangers fans are like that. The Jambo mates I've got are solid, you know, and none of them. See, when we were in the real bad situation, when the liquidation crap and Craig White and all that, none of them kicked me while I was down. They said and anything they said to me about the takeovers and all that, they were actually true. They gave me cold hard truths. So that's why if we don't win the league, I want the Jambos to win it because it'd be good for the country as well. Let's be honest, you know. But can you imagine McInnes came and he goes on a massive winning streak and he wins the league? Imagine the meltdown at the Jambos, man. That'd be. I would certainly not. Yeah, okay. I got you, man. Yeah. That was Israel, mate. That's got 11. How many views has that got now? Everyone's nicked that. Hang on.
Gillette Nabs, our best ever razor, with up to 30 smooth shades per cartridge.
He's talking to.
The skin everyone wants to touch.
Yeah, what was it? Aye, where is it? See, here is it. Here it is. That TikTok. That was me that posted that. It's how many views has it got? 11.3 million views. My other one's got 5 million. The thing is, loads of people steal that video saying it was them, it was me. But Ladby, do you know who got in touch with me about that? BBC Blue Planet, they emailed me. I've still got the emails. The lassie was sitting next to David Attenborough. But the thing is, it was a bit dodgy because it was Israel. I'm not saying too much about that. It was Israel, and there's, how will I put this? There's security on those vessels, on those oil rigs. The end. You know what I mean? Because Gaza is there. You can see Gaza. You know, but that was the May, and then the October thing happened a few months later. And see when that happened, see where they were doing all the attack. That's exactly when we crew changed. So that was a bit. But I'm not getting into the Gaza Israel thing. But anyway, but that video, yeah, that video was. The thing is, I only had something like 27 followers on Instagram then. I think I've got 25,000 now. But Lad Bible emailed me about it. But the thing is, this is why I had quite a good email chat with Lad Bible. They can, if I'd given it to them, I sign it over to them, they own it, I can't post it ever again. But say Joe Blogs posts it on Instagram, they've got software that immediately sends a strike to them to take it down. See, and it was them that told me about, I think Mickey told me as well, see, doing this, let's say if Rangers signed, see if Gerrard came up in Sky Sports News now and said, Gerrard signed, I can't turn that around and show you to it, because Sky have got the same software, I believe, they can shut me down instantly. But yeah. Yeah, but that was Israel. That was offshore Israel. Yeah. Dice is gone. That's fine. So let's forget him. Kevin Firewell. Who's that again? I've got to admit, yeah, I'm Ali. The flat sold. It was on the market for 185 because every flat's paying 15 grand each to get cladding done and all that. It's about half a million, about a million, quarter million or something like that. And so they took the 15 off, but I sold it for 237. So that's about 30. What's that? 50 over. So, but it's the view that does it. The estate agent told me that view is 50 grand. You know, I'm sure you've all seen it. I don't want the windows are manky, but because of the bloody sea. But I've been there 20 years. Like my youngest is 17. My eldest BIA, she's 29. She's my stepdaughter. The youngest two are mine. She's my wee grandson. Yeah.
Please don't ignore it. Please do it. No, it's
No, I feel well, right? Oh, honestly, mate, I'm thick as mince. I'd get him to F. I can't stand the twat. But see, to be honest, now, do you know the one thing that, and I said it in the page, sorry about messing with my glasses. Where am I going with this? It's when he said, remember, he's only done 2 interviews when he came in, and he's not media trained. He was nervous with the media, and I get that. That's fine. Because I was asked to do live media once, and I was like, nah, you're all right. I would do it now, but where am I going with this? He seconded it. He said the reason we've got people from the English league is because it's all I know. He didn't say that wasn't his exact words, but it was like, and I was like, wait a minute, you're supposed to have a little black book. Like I've said in a video today, you know, somebody from Melbourne, somebody from the MLS, somebody from Rio de Janeiro, somebody from Holland, Norway. You know where I'm coming from. That surprised me, and I kind of gave him a bit of rope with that, or bit of what's it called? A bit of a. I accepted that, and I was like, but see now you're like, nah, man. And then he signed that boy for £8 million, going up to 10. Listen, these players that we've got now, they might all come good. They all get a line in the sand. Raskin's a fire. Raskin's a character, shall we say? And he's our modern day Alfie in his own way. But let's say, see if Gerrard come in, him and Raskin will be absolutely peas in a pod. That'll be his man. Raskin will be his man, and Raskin will flourish. And you've got to remember, Raskin's playing in that Belgium team. I don't because remember was it the last World Cup or the World Cup before Belgium? I think Belgium were either favourites or second favourites in the World Cup, and they failed. They folded. But Belgium, we always forget about Belgium. Belgium are always good to watch in the World Cup. If you're playing for the Belgium national team, you're a good football player, a very good football player. And the thing is, see if Gerrard comes in, mentors young Raskin, you imagine how much his price is going to jump. You know, I know people don't like seeing us as a selling club, but we are. Every club's a selling club, though, unless you're Real Madrid. You know what I mean? They just fucking, sorry for swearing, borrow money out the park. Right, I'm just going onto the page to see who's fat. You're fat. Right, I get this all the time, man.
Much of a rush to be there, but we got there. We arrived on the Saturday train Sunday, and the kid fought.
See, do you know the anecdote I'm using? People saying this manager wasn't good at such and such a club. I'm using Vincent Kompany. He got, as an example, he get Burnley relegated, and he's now flying with Bayern Munich.
Will you see her again? Not in business at the time.
Yeah, I'd have Rafa Benitez, David.
What are her plans that you can shed light on? I think Natasha, have to speak to Natasha about.
People say we've spent the budget there, we didn't have one. See the 20 million thing? That was just to get. Oh, am I watching these charts? That was just the owners just said, look, there's 20 initial budget there. Sometimes I can't talk, but yeah, I get that. People are nice, good. Fair enough. See, this is it. See, people are replying like this. See these huge replies, man, and I miss them. I feel quite embarrassed when I do, because people have taken the time and effort.
This time in front of a crowd, whether that be at the Crow Park, or whether that be in Manchester, or whether that be in London. But I think Natasha Katie Taylor, Katie, to continue that out one more. I think the guy who the band partner.
Yeah, Gerrard this, Gerrard that. He's right. But, excuse me.
I know he's recovering from injury, but how chasing pack?
How do you spell circumstances? Circumstances. But aye. 305 people replied to this post. There's a Celtic fan joined the page. See the second, Patrick Curley. Off you go, boy. Block. Off you go, beast boy. The thing is that I have to admit there's been comments by Celtic fans in the past that has been brilliant. But yeah, you don't want them on there, so they're not coming on. Yeah, 50 new followers. 250 new followers today. Stars challenge. I'm listening.
Switch lanes now to a fight that is happening this week. Fan favourite Dave Allen returns for a title test in Arsenal back Matt Rudolph.
Yeah, I'm here, by the way. I'm here. Thanks for all hanging on, by the way. Yes, goodies. Right, hang on. Give me a sec to catch up, sorry.
This is
mean, this is a fight.
Mate, I'm 133 kilos. I'm 133 kilos. Is that in now? I'm huge, man.
How does he look behind closed doors? Because the Instagram photos and things we've seen, he looks incredible.
Billy, is that in yet? I know it was coming in. Like, this is my last trip offshore, and obviously, I'll start taking a thing. I know what you mean about Red Bull, but we'll see. We'll see. You would think it's a possibility. A good Thai company. Yeah, that I know. I know that as well, Nico. Oh no, that's the thing, mate. It doesn't matter. I think out of all the coaches mentioned, Gerard's the one. Once he's there, people are right. Okay, just win the first game, man. Win the first game. Yeah, I agree with Muscat. I'd have Muscat, no bother. The thing is, I think he's got four. Somebody said 4 games to go in the Chinese league, and I think there's a point between the top two. So yeah, I'm changing glasses. Aye, that was a waste of time. I can't see now. But I need a pee in a minute. But that Rio Ferdinand podcast is on in 15 minutes. I'll switch off for that. Somebody, this tax thing's annoying me. People tax Gerard's tax. Gerard's tax thing finished in April for the UK end of things. As I say, I'm involved. I use the same system as him. So
How much of a sort of
the thing is about contracts, Lee, it doesn't matter. Contracts mean nothing. When it comes to buying a player in, it means nothing. Let's be honest. A contract's just aye. I don't read too much into that.
huge
But that, like Dougie here's that's vital. That's vital. We need to try to. And Gerard would I believe install that. I'll be back in a minute. I need to go I need to go to Lou. Unless you want to watch. No, you don't. Has everyone seen my Celtic toilet paper?
The upside to it is we've got a bit of a blueprint to see how Dave can beat him. It's not like he's unbeatable. It's just that he's a very formidable fighter. He's heavy-handed, but I believe Dave got to start to beat him.
Before I let you go, Jamie, I know it's very difficult for you to talk about. I'm not you don't need to go into too much depth if it's still too tough. But Ricky Hatton had a huge impact on your life. Someone that you got in school as a 14-year-old, and you ended up being great mates the whole way through both your careers, and it must have hit you very, very hard. Friday, we're expecting the whole of Manchester, the whole of the boxing community to come out. Just how much of an impact did he have on your life, and what will be your everlasting memory of Ricky Hatton?
Well, you say we boxed each other in the field, though. They absolutely battered me around, so I wouldn't say we boxed, but the impact Ricky's had on boxing in general, specifically my fight, who to be that area, you can that before. I mentioned it was huge.
Back in a minute. Just put my shorts on.
The furthest area is because of the impact of it, yeah. Because he made us all understand and believe that we could do something with our career. But he also did the most important part of it was that he could make us understand what he did.
Yo. Back.
Keep firmly on the ground.
Oh, man. Right.
To me, that was the best part.
Feet get up because I'm. Oh, man. Aye. Right, hang on a minute. Right, where's it? Who said the 123 limit? Wait a minute, that's worrying for me. I'm here, I'll be back.
We'll see you then. It's a big weekend. So we should all the best as well with Dave Allen in that beat. That is it. I wonder if you just want to add to that.
You're so synonymous in a professional.
Aye, some of you will know. Hang on a minute, where are we? Cheers, have a good one, Doug. Where am I? Nutson's very, very settled where he is. I've been told that there's Premiership teams try from Dutch, German, but he's got a good life up there. He doesn't need it, and it's a very special club. That. See if you're ever bored, go onto YouTube and look at the video about them that Gold did, GOLD. But that Australian lad, I think his stuff's brilliant. But nah, he's not coming. This sounds really sarcastic when the guy's signing. I don't know. I want something before Friday, but you never know. Some of you will remember. See, during lockdown, like I don't drink in the house, but I did a few times in lockdown. And see, when I do, I get proper right. One day the door goes and it's for delivery. It's Amazon and the postman. I'd ordered Celtic toilet paper, so I was wiping my backside.
After it, bought it to church. It'll be a sort of sign.
Is it wipe your arse here? I bought two of them and it was about 25 quid as well with posters and packaging. And the thing is, the paper's absolute crap as well. But aye, it was childish, very childish. And there was a pair of Yeezys turned up as well at the same time. That paid well over the odds for, so there was no much difference between the two bits of toilet paper. But aye. Anyway, aye, it was childish. Yeah. There's another. Why am I not getting notifications like that?
Tony there, all the support from everybody at Sky Sports is with Tony. Jason Matthews in the
Oh, playing the tune to Z Cars coming out. But,
very much, Joe. That's all we've got time for.
aye, Ferdinand in a bit. This will be interesting.
Interviews and analysis. We'll be back next Tuesday with more special boxing guests.
Aye, all very interesting. I'm happy getting a lift in the road on Friday, Yeah, I'll be watching it. It's 4 o'clock. It goes out on the socials, innit? And we'll go from there. What was I doing? YouTube Sunday.
Hit the spot. Starvin Marvin, hit the spot. Every 100.
If you can all like my Facebook, my thing, what's it called? YouTube, that'd be cool. I'll show you it.
Coffee or steam.
That one. Woo!
System the top of it needs to help protect you from serious illness. See what
My @ is Frankie Jers small. FRNKY Jers. That's my YouTube @ thing.
Chicken wing.
Aye, that'll be on. Yes, that'll be on it. A few minutes in it. What's the time? 10 to 4. It's on at 4 o'clock. Yeah. Do it now. Aye.
Turkey meatballs.
This is good, man. 180. It was up at 250 a bit, but aye. But imagine buying Celtic toilet paper to wipe my bum with. I think I've never actually wiped my arse with it because the paper's your finger would go through it. Put it that way. Yeah, the things you do. The lockdown was weird, man, wasn't it? But anyway.
Epic 3+ rewards. Smart plan, big savings.
Oh God! I'm about to unzipped. Whoop. Where's Rio? Unfinished business. He's. Mate, where was that? What social media was that on, champ? Instagram story. Instagram. I'm acting like an absolute walloper. Sorry.
no Red Bull.
Right, listen, I'm not sure. Listen. Thank you for subbing.
I know where I'm strong.
Shush.
And I know there's areas where I need good support and I need special skill sets to make me better and stronger in terms of my staff and my group. I felt like I had that to a T at Rangers. I had it to a T. A lot of coach changes, at Aston Villa and over in Saudi that I don't think helped me from a personal point of view. So yeah, now enjoying family time and doing a lot of things that I haven't been able to do, like going to Grand Prix, doing exhibition games with ex-teammates and superstars. That type of stuff's been great, but there's a part of me that still feels that there's a bit of unfinished business in terms of wanting to go in and face another couple of exciting challenges, but I want a certain type of challenge. If in an ideal world they come available, I'll jump at them. If they don't, I won't go back in. I want to be at a team that's going to compete to win because I think that suits me better.
That's not what I thought it was going to be. I'm trying to make my mind up about that one. That's difficult. What do you think about that? That's not him saying the unfinished business thing was just in management, not at Rangers. I'm trying. We'll see what happens. I don't think that's not negative, but it's not overly positive in any sort of way. The positive side is that he wants back in football. No, I'm sorry. Kenny, do you know that Steven Gerrard won the league at Rangers? Right, Derek McInnes has won absolutely nothing in football, but Gerrard knows what Rangers are about. He won us a league in very difficult circumstances. The team were a mess. So, and if it's between McInnes and Gerrard, it's Gerrard every day of the week and twice on a Sunday for me. But I'm not. Gerrard's a winner. He won us a league, one of the most important league we've ever won.
She called for a medical timeout after feeling pretty unwell.
He just said he'll go into management again, Lee. He just said he'll go into management. Oh, no matter where it is, you know, because he's talking about a team in Europe, not a Middle East team.
Right, tonight Arsenal begin their defence of the Women's Champions League title, looking to put their poor domestic form behind them.
Nico, there we go, champ. Because I know. Aye, okay, Nico, that's quite a fair shout, old boy. Oh, Tam, unbelievably, Tam, you got this. I can see it in the page already. You know, I can pretty much gauge. I don't want to sound cocky, but the amount of people I've got on the page, I can pretty much gauge the feeling of the whole support. You know, and you guys can as well because you read the same as me. I'm not any different. But I think no matter who comes in, Tom, I think Gerrard will be the one that will galvanise. We'll go, all right, I didn't want Gerrard, but he's here. I accept that. Rather than, obviously, Dice isn't accounting, but any of the others, you know what I mean? But you're absolutely right, champ. You're absolutely right.
Against the French side in their semi-final en route to the Champions League triumph, of course. However,
Gerrard's, he'd only done under 18s until he came to us. That was his first job in management.
Extremely talented players.
McInnes, hey, listen, I'm not discounting McInnes, by the way. I'll have him. I'll have McInnes.
It's a whole new ball game this season. New teams, new players, completely new system. So we've done what we've done, and we're obviously ecstatic to do that. But it's a clean slate now, and we've got to act like we're the champions, and people are coming after us to win it with us.
Yeah, just simply right across the events in the ICC Women's Championship Trophy, because at the moment England are struggling against Bangladesh 83-5 as they chase 179. Stay with us for that. Stay with us as well because we've got a transfer show coming your way next. Alan Pardew, the former Crystal Palace manager, is in the studio. All the transfers went really well in that window. And what of course didn't happen? Mark Gavey. Here he's got to say about that one next.
I'm just typing that. What colour will I use this time? Pink. Yeah, sorry, me doing two things at once isn't easy. Interim. I think somebody like Big Fergie's Big Dunk will want to be. He He'll want the full-time job.
I'm one of those things.
Gerard management. Like, who was it? Nico, you said something. Do you know? Yeah, I think so. I mean, he won't all of a sudden turn up. His planes will be tracked and all that. But yeah, you're right, Nico. And Nico, the more you've actually given me a bit of you've actually helped me here.
Feel the difference with that fresh blade feeling that lasts time after time after time. Gillette now.
We Nico chap, thank you. You've given me a bit of hope there. This is the thing is this podcast will have been planned ages ago because you need to, there's flights, there's agents involved and stuff like that. I'm not sure if he'll get paid for that. Probably not, he's his mate. But aye. You've got me thinking here. Good shout, champ. Good shout. That's what I'm on about. This is what's great about the page. I learn all the time off you, wonderful people. You know. Aye. See, that's it. That's what we've got to step back from as fans. I get why people don't want them. Everyone reading this gets why we don't want them. But you know what I mean? It's listen, I'm happy with McInnes. Right, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do, I'm going to log off for a wee bit. I'm going to watch the real thing. And then I'll get back later. It seems to be quite popular, sit and chat to you wonderful people. So, as usual, thank you so much. That's nearly 2 hours I've been on. It's great talking to you. I learn there's a good bit of banter as well. I hope I don't bore you too much when I talk about non-Ranger stuff, talking about my life and that. I don't. Sometimes it sounds like I'm bragging. Trust me, I'm not. It's just the way it goes. So thank you very much for joining in and all that. You're all superstars. I'll see you in a bit, right? I'll see you in the page, right?